7 years later, Hollow Knight is still a good game. I just did another playthrough and I have to say, it is a really fun game. Now granted, it's not as challenging as my first attempt, but it really was worth it. Which had me thinking, what makes it good to this day? Well, to answer that, I want to take you through everything I enjoyed about this playthrough. Last time I played it was 2 years ago, and I want to say the things I enjoyed are still the same. The combat is very engaging and challenging. The world was absolutely gorgeous, and collecting things around the map is also very fun. The combat is both simple and satisfying. You have spells, charms to help you adjust your gameplay style. The difficulty margin can go from easy to extremely difficult, and sometimes giving you a Souls-like difficulty, because technically it is a Souls-like game. But I say that because I already played it, but still can be even more challenging later on. The world of the game gives off a very mysterious vibe, with some of the regions being very beautiful. Despite how dark and gloomy it might seem, there is beauty about it, and the story helps accommodate for the world, making every region very meaningful for progress. And above that, when combat is something you don't feel like doing, then going around the world to get upgrades or hidden items is very fun for exploration. From unlocking secrets, even sometimes getting power-ups or even more hidden bosses. So Hollow Knight is a game known for its high difficulty level. I hope that does not scare you, because in my opinion, that can easily be mitigated through getting upgrades very early on. Also, it is a pure skill game, meaning the more you play and learn the bosses, things will get much easier. As for upgrades, they can be in a lot of forms or shapes, from things to help with moving around the bosses to things to help in damage. There is the charm systems as well, which include charms and charm notches. These are basically utility upgrades that can change the way you play if you want it. From nail specific builds to spells, tanky builds, faster heals, and many more helpful charms. Nail upgrades will get you more damage in the Nailsmith, which is a huge upgrade in my opinion. There are also the dashes to help you navigate the map as well as dodging attacks. Well, dashes can be very risky at first. They do get good after you get the shadow dash. The point is you can always try different methods to play the game, and some can be a bit wacky. Not to forget that you will have the Pantheon to test out anything you like. The Pantheon is a location in game that allow you to fight all the previous bosses and more for fun and challenge. It is that game mode you wish for when you are done with a game, but you don't want to start a new gameplay to play a certain boss fight again. Just go there and re-challenge it again and again and again. Even the character you play makes this cool pose when you fight something in there. And there are also a few additional new bosses in there to find. The Pantheon is very fun and also have a very great replay value as well. The world of this game is beautiful. When you start the game, you get dropped off in this world called the Hollow Nest. Initially, there is nothing specific about that place. You think it's just a normal area for an adventure. As you progress, you will find out that the world of the game have a long history and it is going through some wild times. The world is, I think, going to its dark days before it was saved in the past, and the deeper you get from there, you will slowly find out more about the place and the character you are playing. It is great because it makes sense to go further and further. It also gives more meaning to the places that you will be revisiting as you go on, and sometimes it explains some of the bosses you will have to face. That is said, it's not like you need to do so anyway. The game can be perfectly enjoyable without trying to understand your progress or the story at all. I wouldn't even be surprised if most people just enjoy the game initially and then learn more about the story later on through YouTube or something. There are many characters you will get to interact with. Some will be measured to the story, others will not. Some inhabited the region, others came from outside to understand that place and look for their own challenge. So yeah, the story will kinda rub itself on your face sometimes, but it's all fine. But what is the point of a great world without a good reason to explore it? This game also relies on exploration. Actually, it is an exploration game. Hollow Knight is an open world game, and the way to progress is by finding the way to the next place you want to discover. Also, the story does not exactly tell you where to go next, it's up to you. There are a lot of things to do besides combat, from navigating secret tunnels to figuring out where some of the upgrades are, to an ultra difficult platforming levels. The number of things that you have to do to reach a game ending is actually not that much, which means it's up to the player to go around and find the other extra challenges. Which brings the fact that there are multiple endings that you can achieve by going the extra steps and challenges. Again, not that you have to, it's just for fun. The reason this game is good is because it is up to you to decide until where you want to enjoy and then just stop. I really enjoyed replaying this game. It just makes so much sense. The fact that combat is actually skill heavy than anything makes it an amazing game. The combat is very fun for the fact that extreme difficulty also exists if you want it. Not that you have to play it. I mean, come on. There is a game mode that will have bosses kill you in one hit if you want to try it. The world is insanely good and gorgeous, and the music is there to set the mood for you. Not to mention, it's always worth it to find small secrets or challenges. The non-combat challenges, you know, like parkour and stuff. I don't know what came over me to play it again right now, but I definitely do not regret it. And that's what I think about this game. Thank you very much for watching, and bye.